So it was a little too windy to share my thoughts whilst we were out walking today. So here I am in my gloriously warm outdoor room. So I've actually been thinking really deeply about something that we explored in the final module of She Rises, which was last night. And that is that everything is information. Your emotions are information. Your reactions are information. The tightening in the chest is information. The heaviness that you feel around certain people is information. Everything is information. The resentment that keeps returning is information. The exhaustion that you can no longer keep pushing through is also information. Even the words that you continually hold back or swallow is information, because every single truth that you continually swallow in life is you continuing to deny yourself life. So I wonder how many women have spent years overriding the information in their body or the information that your body's been giving you. When you feel a no, but you say yes, when you feel exhausted, but keep pushing, when, for instance, you need help, but continue to do everything on your own. Even when you know something is hurting you, but you convince yourself that perhaps you're just overreacting and you keep doing it anyway. Maybe it's the anger that you feel, but you smile instead. Or it's the grief that you feel, but you remain strong for everybody else. Maybe it's the needs, the boundaries and the desires that you ignore or silence just so you can keep people in your life. But eventually, what starts off as a quiet whisper can begin to feel like a screaming or even a screeching pain in the body. It's the stress, the dis-ease within the body that leads to pain and disease. What you don't express, the emotions that you avoid or won't deal with, and the past that remains unhealed literally sits in the body as a form of toxicity. The thyroid sits within the throat region, right? It's the very place that we often associate symbolically with voice, with truth, and with expression. The autoimmune illnesses involve the body's defense system becoming confused and literally attacking parts of the body that it was originally designed to protect. So taking that into consideration, you have to start to ask yourself, where in life have I turned against myself? Where have you judged yourself for having needs? Where have you attacked yourself for being tired? Where have you criticized yourself for being emotional? Where have you forced yourself to keep on going when you didn't really want to? Where have you continually betrayed your own no? Where have you made everybody else's comfort far more important than you speaking your truth? Where have you swallowed words that needed to be spoken? Where have you been at war in your own body? These are really important questions to ask. As the founder of CTC therapy, in my 30 years of seeing clients and the many miracles that I've witnessed to be honest, the medical system had nothing more that they could offer these people, then I can tell you one thing I know to be true is that there are emotional contributors to all pain and illness. It started somewhere. Something triggered the onset of where you are currently at. So exploring your emotions, healing the unhealed, setting yourself free and reclaiming your spirit is a very, very important, I'm actually going to say it's a crucial part of healing. Your body is not punishing you. It's asking for your attention. It is all information. There's a process that we do in a CTC session where you literally get in touch with your symptom and you find out, we ask it important questions, you find out why it's here, what it is that you have to do to finally be free. And the beautiful thing is when you understand what that is, when you commit and when you take action, healing begins, and often extremely, extremely rapidly. So the point of this video is to tell you that your body, the pain, the illness, and your emotions are trying to communicate with you. Perhaps the exhaustion is saying, my God, this pace is no longer sustainable. Perhaps the resentment is saying, you're giving without truth. Perhaps the tension is saying, something here does not feel safe or aligned. Maybe the anger is saying, you know what, a boundary is being crossed. When are you going to honor yourself? Perhaps the deep grief is saying something mattered and it needs to be honored. Maybe the desire that you keep dismissing is actually saying you were born for more. There is more life available to you. Everything is information, but we've been taught to silence the information. You know, take something for the headache. Keep going, you'll be right. Ignore the exhaustion, just remain productive, tick those boxes, swallow the emotion and stay pleasant. You're meant to be nice. Override the body and meet that deadline. Dismiss the desire, your desires are unrealistic. Just stick with this. Say yes and deal with the resentment later. But the body ends up speaking a whole lot more loudly. And, I believe one of the most powerful questions a woman can ask is not only, how do I make this symptom disappear? But it's to ask, what is my life asking me to notice? What is my body asking me to notice? What truth have I avoided? What need have I dismissed? What boundary have I failed to honor in myself? What emotion needs to be heard? What part of myself have I continually left behind? So last night in Module 3 of She Rises, we explored the body as a compass. Every sensation carries information. Your body is always communicating with you. Your emotions are communicating with you. Your patterns are communicating with you. And when you begin listening rather than continually overriding, something starts to change. You begin building trust with yourself. You stop treating your body as the enemy. You stop speaking to yourself really harshly. You stop demanding that your body keeps on keeping on. You stop expecting your body to carry what your soul is screaming, no, don't do this anymore. And you begin asking, what is it I know in my heart of hearts? What do I need? Hey, baby girl, what do I want? What is true for me? And perhaps most importantly, up you get, Myla, perhaps most importantly, what would it look like to stop turning against myself and to start honoring myself? Because if you truly want to come back to the power that is you, and if you would like to be a part of an incredibly loving and supportive tribe, if you want to remember how freaking magical and powerful you are, then consider joining my I Am Woman program, which begins this coming Sunday. The insight in this program can help you recognize your patterns. The deeper work that we do helps you to understand where it began, why, and how to change the things that are holding you back. Inside I Am Woman, we explore the subconscious patterns that have taught women to silence their needs, to distrust their own knowing, to remain, all the things that are holding you back, all those aspects of you that have been abandoning yourself. We deal with all of that. We bring you back to your power, your intuition, your purpose, your mission, your vision, the incredible dream weaver that you are. Your ability to manifest as a woman is incredible. We bring you back to the truth and the power that is you. You start to create a new relationship with yourself, with your body, with self-trust, with softness, with spine. So ask yourself, what has my body been trying to tell me? Not with fear, not with blame, but with curiosity. Your body is not ever betraying you. The emotions are not betraying you. It's not about punishment. Your body is a part of you. Your emotions are a part of you. And perhaps they've been trying to tell you something. Perhaps it's all been trying to bring your attention back to the woman within you that you've been ignoring, the woman who needs your love and your kindness, the woman who needs, you to voice your truth. So, I Am Woman begins this Sunday at 8 p.m. And if something within you knows that it is time for you to step back into your power, to understand yourself more deeply, to listen to your body, to stop working against what you know to be true, then I'd be deeply honoured to welcome you. I want each and every one of you to remember that you are the power in your world. And sometimes reclaiming that power begins by becoming willing to listen to your soul. Much love to you.